Armen and Levack, 104.5, the team, your home for New York sports. And Levack, this weekend, the Siena baseball team begins their season. They kick it off against Central Florida. Already, baby, it's baseball season. So what better way to celebrate that by having the Siena baseball coach, Tony Rossi, on with us right now. Coach Rossi, how you doing?
Doing pretty good, guys.
Hey, thanks for joining us. And you guys are coming off your first NCAA tournament win last year. It was your first win in your 45th career season. Looking back, what did that season last year mean to you personally?
Well, here's the thing. The club we had last year wasn't our best club, okay?
Okay.
We've had better clubs, but the last third of the season, this club really did everything you need to do to win games. They executed and played really hard, and I think their strength of schedule at the beginning of the year helped us out near the end because we're, in the tournaments and playing some pretty good ball clubs. So, it was a great year. The kids did a great job. We're hoping it carries over.
Now, after your first tournament win, what are the expectations for this team this year? Is it tournament or bust?
Well, I mean, it's always we're always hoping to get to the conference tournament. That's the first thing. And not every team makes it like the basketball programs, the volleyball, and so forth. There's 11 schools. We have to finish in the top 6 to make it, which is better than what it used to be. We used to have to finish in the top 4 out of 9 schools. But since we added the 2 schools that banged it up to 6, it's still tough. It's really the conference this year is so much better than last year and the previous years that it's kind of frightening because I think any one of all 11 schools could finish in the top 6 and get to the tournament, or even probably 3/4 they'll finish in the top. So it's going to be tough, but our kids, we've got some guys returning from that team that are experienced, and hopefully they'll perform better than they did last year, which would be even better for us.
Siena baseball coach Tony Rossi with Armen and Levack on 104.5, the team, your home for New York sports. And Skip, you guys will open up with Central Florida this weekend, and you'll be traveling all over for your first month of the season. How hard is that, or does it bring the guys together when you're on the road so much?
Well, I mean, we've been doing it since I've been here in the program and use that kind of like a preseason. So one of the things I think it's a plus. I don't think the guys really mind it too much because they know my philosophy is, well, we love to win games. It's more to get guys ready coming out indoors, acclimate to the field, perform, see what we can do to bring it back here in the Northeast, to get involved with the conference and playing some tough programs while we're doing that. So, I don't think they mind it because they know they're going to play.
Coach, last year you guys faced off against TCU. Brandon Finnegan was their ace, and then he went on to star in the World Series run for the Kansas City Royals. How crazy is that to you face a kid in the tournament and then you turn the TV on and he's in the World Series? Well,
that shows you that there isn't really much of a difference to the top-level college pitchers in professional baseball. In this particular case, the big leagues. I'm sure there are other guys in some top college programs that could do the same if given the opportunity, but you have to have the opportunity. There's so many great pitchers in the big leagues that's tough to find an opening. He just got lucky with an opening, played a little bit in the minors, and banged it right up quick, and he's pretty good. So, and I don't even know, they're talking about starting him out maybe in Double-A this year. I don't know if he's going to be in the big league squad at the beginning, so we'll see.
It's just so fluid, isn't it? Isn't it funny?
Yeah, no, these guys are good. He's good. I mean, they're all good. I mean, they brought a closer in that was a sophomore last year that they're saying the first rounder this year, throwing 97 to 100, and you could see, how refined these guys are. It's not just a fastball; it's everything that goes with it.
Siena baseball coach Tony Rossi with Armen and Levack on 104.5, the team. Well, speaking of pitchers, the guy that you guys had on the mound last year against Finnegan at TCU was Matt Gage, and he got drafted by the San Francisco Giants. What's going to make Matt Gage successful at this next level?
Well, it's all about once you get drafted and you get into an organization, now you're like everybody else. So what comes to the top is the work ethic. Everybody's going to have to work hard. He's going to have to work hard. He knows it. He's doing it right now. He's going to have to do everything that's asked of him by the coaching staffs and the managers there and their player development people. He's just going to have to really work hard, and wherever he goes, he's going to have to always be ready and perform to the best of his capabilities. It's almost like every outing for him is going to be kind of like the one that could be the last outing. So he's really going to have to give 100% every outing. Skip, when you look over this year's roster, who are the names we need to know? Well, I mean, we return our center fielder who's a sophomore. He was the MAC Rookie of the Year last year, Danny Swain. He's a pretty good hitter, can run. He's a 5-tool guy. He's improving, just like everybody else, and he needs to keep continuing to improve. He's one of our better players. Justin Esquera, one of our co-captains, he's a third baseman senior. He was a transfer from San Diego Mesa. He bat all year long in the three spot for us last year. We'll do the same this year as one of our better hitters. Those two guys offensively are key. David Huffman, the local kid from Niskayuna, catcher. David's improved steadily, and actually he got the triple last year. They got Finnegan out of the game in the seventh inning,
nice.
Which tied the game up so we could go eventually in the extra inning. So, David's going to have to do the same things he did towards the end of the year, hit the ball and play some sound defense. Other than that, there's a lot of unproven territory with some guys coming in that we've got. So we'll have to see with that. But our pitching staff, we lost Matty, but we got some key guys returning. We got our two starters returning, and Eddie Lewicki, one of our co-captains, a senior, and Brian Goose is a junior, who were two of our top three pitchers. And, as I always say, you're only going to go as far as your bullpen. And we lost Neil Fryer last year, our closer for 4 years. But we've got some real good guys returning. We got our top two kids, our setup guy and our long guy coming back, Matty Quintana and Keanu Cummings, who are going to slide forward into closer setup. And then we've got an outstanding freshman coming from Vermont, Ryan Balamo, I think is going to help us right away. And we got the local kid, Chris Amorosi from Mohonasen, Chalmont. I want to say Mohonasen, Chalmont, who's spot started last year, was injured coming in, did a great job in our semifinal game against Canisius in a tournament. He's either going to be one of our starters or be prominent out of the bullpen.
Longtime Siena baseball coach Tony Rossi with Armen and Levack, entering your 46th season. Skip, does it ever get old? Do you have the same feeling this year as you did, 40 years ago?
Yeah, it's the same feeling as when I was a kid, I guess.
Wow.
The adrenaline flows before the games. I'm already packed. I've been packed for 3 days. I'm ready to go. My guys know that I'm, super organized, and it's all for the game and being ready to play. And I tell them, you guys are so lucky. I wish I was still playing. So the adrenaline flows before the game. It's kind of stupid. You don't even think it would be at this age, but it still goes.
Good for you, Skip. That's awesome. All right, so the Siena baseball program this weekend, they kick it off against Central Florida on the road. Siena baseball coach Tony Rossi, kind enough to spend time with us today. Skip, go get it. Have a great season. I'm sure we'll talk to you throughout.
Thanks a lot, guys.